Hey everyone, it's Lisa Morton here with this week's Ghost Report. 2 weeks ago, I did a list of my top 5 favorite Halloween movies, and a lot of you like that. So this week, let's look at my top 5 Halloween books. For this, I'm going to mix fiction and nonfiction because, hey, I love books of all kinds. Let's start with the undisputed king of Halloween fiction, and surprise, I don't mean Stephen King, but Ray Bradbury. Ray may be known as possibly the greatest science fiction writer of all time, but he also wrote one of the great Halloween novels of all time, The Halloween Tree. First published in 1972, this beautiful book is about 8 boys who follow the mysterious Mr. Moundshroud on a journey through Halloween history. Ray draws connections between things like ancient Egyptian feast and modern traditions, and he does it all in his trademark gorgeous prose. Now let's go back to 1819 for a book whose title may not be immediately familiar, The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Crayon Gent. But you're all going to know the names The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Rip Van Winkle, both of which are included in Washington Irving's classic collection. Even if neither of those tales comes right out and says Halloween, they'll both give you those October feels. And of course, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow had a big influence on the holiday. Where would Halloween be without the Headless Horseman? Now let's go nonfiction with a 2011 book called Halloween Nation: Behind the Scenes of America's Fright Night by Lesley Bannatyne. Bannatyne's 1990 book, Halloween, An American Holiday and American History, was the first great modern history of the holiday, and in Halloween Nation, she explores Halloween's influence on everything from tattoos to music. It's a really fun read and has lots of great illustrations, too. Now let's look at a book that first came out in 2000, October Dreams. This is a fantastic anthology of Halloween short stories by some of the world's best horror authors. And in between the short stories, the authors provide their favorite real-life Halloween memories. Although this one is out of print, a second volume, October Dreams 2, has just been reprinted, and it's pretty great too. For the final entry, I'm going with the first great book on Halloween, Ruth Edna Kelley's 1919 The Book of Hallowe'en. This nonfiction book is still fairly accurate, has wonderful illustrations, and is written in an easy-to-read style. And it can even be found for free online. Now, if you want a first edition, well, that is probably not going to happen because it has become the most collectible Halloween book in the world. Lastly, I am going to add 2 bonus entries and engage in some shameless self-promotion. My books Trick or Treat, A History of Halloween, and The Samhanach and Other Halloween Treats can be found at all major retailers online. I hope your Halloween season has so far been full of only fun scares, and I will return next week.